Thank you for calling the White House comment line. If you're calling about White House tour information, press 1. If you're calling about presidential greetings, press 2. For the White House mailing address, press 3. To speak with the next available operator, please remain on the line. You can also leave a message through our website by visiting www.whitehouse.gov/contact. To hear these options again, please press the star key. All comment line volunteer operators are currently assisting other callers. Please continue to hold. If you would like to avoid the wait, press 1 to record your message. All comment line volunteer operators are currently assisting other callers. Please continue to hold. You are currently caller number 19 in line. You are currently caller number 18 in line. Hi, you've reached White House comment line. May I please take your message?
Sure. My name is Omar, Mohsen, Ibrahim, Fouad.
We don't take names, sir. Just a comment, anonymous.
It's a really serious situation. I'm calling about an attempted murder case. Officer Ronnie Rodriguez.
But you're calling the president about an attempted murder, so I think there should be a better number than this to call. If it's that imminent, it should be with the local authorities.
Yes, I tried to get help from the Internal Affairs Office in the City of Miami Police Department, and they tried to cover it up also.
Well, sir, if it's that imminent, then this is not a good number. So would you like the number of the FBI?
That's the thing. I reported it to the FBI also, and they tried
I'm going to give you the Washington headquarters FBI number, okay? I want you to try that one. Is that the one you called?
No, I called the FBI when I was in South Florida, Miami. I'm not sure which one that is, but they called the main FBI.
Well, let me give you the headquarters, because maybe they I don't know what their reaction was there, but I can give you this number. But certainly I can't do anything about an imminent murder, okay? So you need something more urgent than trying to get the president's advice on this, okay? So would you like this number?
To be honest with you, yes. What's the number?
I'm just saying that to contact you'd have to send this in writing, and it would take 4 to 6 weeks for an answer. So I think you need something more urgent than that, correct?
Well, I've been in frequent contact with the White House. I reached out.
Well, then I don't know what else to tell you, sir. If you've already told them that, then maybe it's already in the works.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm really concerned to go anywhere. I'm concerned for my safety.
Okay, sir, I'm sorry, but I'm not able to help you, okay? I'm not a help desk. And so, I would have urged you to write the president, but if you've already done that, I urge you to call your local authorities about, your safety. Those are the two things I would recommend, okay? I'm not able to help you.
Yes, you could help me. This is the White House.
We're not able to, sir, this is not a help desk. This is a comment line. All we can do is take anonymous comments. And me taking an anonymous comment about, what you said is not really useful to you.
Well, you were going to provide me with the FBI headquarters number in Washington, right?
Okay, well, you didn't indicate that you really wanted that, and I'm happy to give that to you. Are you ready?
Well, the reason why I was saying, I said, yeah, provide me the number, but I was trying to explain to you the situation in detail.
It's 202-324-3000.
Who's the best person to speak with there?
I have no idea, sir. I've never called that number, but you tell them what you need, and they should be able to direct your call, okay?
Okay, and what's your name?
All right. I'm operator 4. And good luck to you, sir.
I don't need good luck. I need people to stop breaking the law.
Well, then, again, I'm not the one that can help you. I'm trying to get you the best
places I can't think of to get you that help, okay? Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
I'm trying.
Bye-bye.
Headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Please note this call may be recorded. If you're calling for a background check, to report criminal activity, a tip, or a complaint, please press 1. To report internet crimes, please press 2. To reach an operator, please press 7. To repeat this menu, please press 8. Hello, you have reached the headquarters of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Please note this call may be recorded. If you're calling for a background check, to report criminal activity, a tip, or a complaint, please press 1. To report internet crimes, please press 2. To report a crime, suspicious activity, or a tip, please press 1. For background checks, police checks, adoptions, and fingerprinting, please press 2. For gun background checks, please press 3. To repeat this menu, please press 8. To return to the main menu, please...
Hello. Thank you for calling the FBI. To continue this call in English, press 1. For Spanish, press 2. For any other language, press 3. This is not... Thank you for contacting us. To speak with a trained crisis counselor, hang up and dial or text 988 for free, 24/7 confidential support. Press 1 to repeat this message or press 2 to be redirected to the main menu. Thank you for contacting us. To speak with a trained crisis counselor, hang up and dial or text 988 for free, 24/7 confidential support. Press 1 to repeat this message or press 2 to be redirected to the main menu. In a few moments, you will be connected to an operator. This call will be recorded for quality assurance, investigative or other purposes. If you do not wish to be recorded, please press 1 to receive details on how to report electronically, and this call will then be disconnected. Some states have passed red flag laws that restrict individuals from having firearms based on the belief they are a danger to themselves or others. Your local law enforcement agency may have more information on these laws. During this call, you will be asked to provide identifying information about yourself and/or the persons about whom you are calling. These questions will ask for information regarding name, date of birth, telephone number, and zip code. For the best accuracy, please do not use speakerphone while providing this information. We use this information to assist in investigating your tip. You do not have to provide your name or other personal information. However, a lack of information may delay or hurt our ability to investigate your tip. Any information you can provide may be used for authorized purposes. Repeatedly providing information with no demonstrated investigative value may result in the FBI no longer taking your information. By continuing this call, you are agreeing to these terms. To report a tip on an FBI case currently highlighted in the news, press 1. To report a tip about a threat to human life, serious bodily injury, significant violent action, or threats to national security, press 2. To report a suspicious email, hacked email, internet scams, or ID theft, press 3. To report mortgage fraud, press 4. To report telemarketing fraud, gift card fraud, identity theft, or unfair or fraudulent business practices, press 5. If you are calling about any other issue, press 6. To repeat this menu, please press the pound key. To report a tip on an FBI case currently highlighted in the news, press 1. To report a tip about a threat to human life, serious bodily injury, significant violent action, or threats to national security, press 2. To report a suspicious email, hacked email, internet scams, or ID theft, press 3. To report mortgage fraud, press 4. To report telemarketing fraud, gift card fraud, identity theft, please say your 10-digit phone number now. Your telephone number is 7725388586. If this is correct, say yes. If this is incorrect, say no.
Yes.
Please spell your legal first name now.
O-M-A.
Sorry, I did not understand. Please spell your legal first name now.
O-M-A.
Sorry, I did not understand. If you would like to decline and move on, please press 0.
O-M-A-R.
Please spell your legal last name now.
F-O-U-A-D. My full name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim
The spelling of
Fouad.
your legal last name is F-O-U-A-D. If this is correct, say yes. If this is
Yes.
incorrect, say no. Please say your date of birth as month, day, and 4-digit year.
12/14/1988.
Sorry, I could not understand. Please say your date of birth as month, day, and 4-digit year.
12/14/1988.
Please say your date of birth as month, day, and 4-digit year.
12/14/1988.
Your date of birth is December 14th, 1988. If this is correct, say yes. If this is incorrect, say no.
Yes.
Please say or enter your 5-digit zip code now. Sorry, I could not understand. Please say or enter your 5-digit zip code now.
32303.
Sorry, I could not understand. If you would like to decline and move on, please press 0.
32303.
Your expected wait time is over 5 minutes. Thank you for calling. Your call is very important to us and will be answered in the order it was received.
Thank you for calling the FBI. Can I have the spelling of your first name?
No. Yes, I'm sorry. They said, could I have your name? The spelling of my first name is Omar, Oscar, Mary, Alpha, Romeo.
Okay, what is the spelling of your last name?
So my full name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fouad. First name Omar, last name Fouad. F as in Foxtrot, O as in Oscar, U as in Umbrella, A as in Alpha, D as in Delta, Fouad.
Okay, and you provided date of birth 12/14/1988, is that correct?
Yes.
And phone number 772-538-8586.
Yes.
Is that a cell phone number?
Yes.
Okay, and the other two names you said, is that a part of your first, middle, or last name?
My first name is Omar. My middle name is Mohsen Ibrahim. My father, Mohsen, he retired from the Broward Sheriff's Office after 30 years of service. And my last name is Fouad.
Can you spell your middle name for me, please?
Mohsen, Mary, Oscar, Halo, Sam, Echo, Nora, Mohsen. And then Ibrahim, India, Bravo, Romeo, Alpha, Halo, India, Mary, Ibrahim.
Okay, and what is your residential address? Okay, so I'm going to just repeat it back to make sure I got it correctly. You said correct?
Yes.
And what are you calling to report to the FBI?
There's an officer at the City of Miami Police Department. He purposely attempted to murder me when I told on him. And he put me in a chokehold, and then he twisted my neck to the right, attempting to snap my neck. And then he picked me up and he body slammed me on the concrete. And he did that after I told on him. I told on him that he pushed me in my chest and I told his sergeant,
You,
Sergeant
you
Edwin.
told him, you told the sergeant that he pushed you in the chest.
Yes, his sergeant's name is Sergeant Edwin Gomez.
Can you spell that for me?
Edwin Echo Delta Washington India Nora EDWIN. Last name Gomez. Golf Oscar Mary Echo Zebra GOMEZ. And his badge number is
when did
2364.
and when did what is the name of the officer that you're referring to?
The officer who attempted to murder me, his name is Ronnie Rodriguez. Badge number 42511. First name Ronnie, RONY. Last name Rodriguez, regular spelling, RODRIGUEZ. Badge number 42511.
And Edwin Gomez, his was 2364.
Yes.
Okay, when did this incident happen?
This happened on August 7th, 2018. And they've been trying
him attempting to murder you?
Yeah, and they've been trying to cover this up ever since.
Okay, so since 2018, have you tried to contact Internal Affairs or the State Attorney General?
Yes, I've done all of that, and the Internal Affairs tried to cover it up also.
And the State Attorney General?
The State Attorney's Office, I called them today, and they said I asked to speak with Catherine Rundell, the State Attorney. I mean the state at the State Attorney's Office in Miami, because she assigned a detective named Detective Gillette to the case, and
okay, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to spell all these names out.
Okay. Well, when I called today, they said they don't know who Detective Gillette is, and I explained to them the same situation.
Okay, so I just said you're gonna have to spell these names for me.
Okay. Catherine Rundell. KATHERINE. Last name Rundell. RUNDLE. She's in charge of the State Attorney's Office in Miami.
Okay, and spell the detective's name.
The detective that she assigned to the case, he identified himself as Detective Gillette. Gillette, regular spelling, GILLETTE, if I'm not mistaken, if that's how you spell Gillette. But he identified himself as Detective Gillette. He had a clean, bald, shaved head. He appeared to be like a Latin male, possibly in his late 30s.
And the office said they don't know who that is.
Yeah, when I called today to speak with Catherine Rundell again, they said they don't know who Detective Gillette is, and they didn't allow me to speak with Catherine Rundell either.
Okay, but before asking to speak to anyone, did you actually just report the incident altogether?
Yeah, yes, I did. I explained to them the situation, and they're already aware because I've complained about it so many times. I've been complaining about it since 2018, and they've been covering it up. They've been trying to, at least.
The State Attorney General is also covering up, you're saying?
Well, they haven't helped me. And when I called today to speak with Catherine Rundell, they didn't let me speak with her. And I explained to them that Catherine Rundell personally assigned Detective Gillette to the case. She literally went upstairs with me, and she said, "I'm assigning Detective Gillette to your case." That's Detective Gillette. And then I went into Detective
And
Gillette.
when did she assign him to your case?
It was shortly after the when Officer Ronnie Rodriguez attempted to murder me on August 7th, 2018.
Okay, and did she say what
I want to say
department he worked with?
He was on the
Does
same.
he work with the state attorney general, or does he work with the police department?
I don't know, but he was on the same floor as her office. We walked down a hallway, and his office was literally in the same hallway as her office.
Okay, so I'm going to get this information documented. If someone needs to contact you, they will with the phone number that you provided. Other than that, I would just suggest continuing to try and get in contact with Catherine Rundell as far as what is going on with Detective Gillette.
Detective Gillette is the least of my worries at this point. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I don't even think Detective Gillette could care less about the officer attempting to murder me. And he didn't seem like he cared too much when she assigned him to the case. But I have more information for you. Specifically, the attempted murder was witnessed by Sergeant Edwin Gomez, and the attempted murder was confessed to the PRI officer that arrived to that crime scene, the police responding to the incident officer, PRI officer. His name is Leslie Diaz, badge number 40.
Okay, you're saying Ronnie Rodriguez confessed to this?
Correct. Yes. So there's a PRI officer who came to the crime scene, and his name is Leslie Diaz. His badge number is 40742. He immediately walked up to.
Spell his name.
First name Leslier, Leslier. Last name Diaz, regular spelling Diaz. Badge number 40742. And he specifically walked onto the crime scene, and he immediately walked up to Officer Ronnie Rodriguez and said, "Why'd you beat him up?" And Officer Ronnie Rodriguez ended up yelling at him and said, "Man, let's just take this kid somewhere and beat the shit out of him some more." And then shortly after, Officer Ronnie Rodriguez, shortly after Officer Leslie Diaz, he made Officer Ronnie Rodriguez drive me to the Jackson Memorial Hospital, and Leslie Diaz followed him in a separate vehicle while I was in the back seat in handcuffs in Officer Ronnie Rodriguez's vehicle, the same officer who attempted to murder me. And he brought me to Jackson Memorial Hospital. He walked me in, and he took the handcuffs off of me, and he left. And then they kept me there for 10 days. And there was a court hearing at the hospital. And the judge that was at the court hearing, his name is Judge Alvin Balent Jr. First name Alvin, Alvin. Last name Balent Jr., Balent Jr., Jr. And there was a document that he signed that said that it was an uncontested fact that I was beat up by the police. And they assigned a public defender to the case, and they proved that I was beat up by the police, and they released me from the hospital. And then when they released me from the hospital, I went to the City of Miami Police Department, and I asked them for the police report and the narrative reference photographs of the injuries on my body that the internal affairs detective took at the hospital. They sent a internal affairs detective to the hospital by the name of Eric Rodriguez, the same last name as the officer who tried to murder me, but his first name is Eric Eric, last name Rodriguez, the regular spelling RODRIGUEZ, badge number 41524. And he was an internal affairs detective that they sent to the hospital to take pictures of the injuries on my body that Officer Ronnie Rodriguez caused when he attempted to murder me on August 7th, 2018. And when I went to the City of Miami Police Department to obtain the photographs and the police report, they gave me one single sheet of paper that said that there is narrative reference photographs, and the paper also said the name of the detective who took the pictures and the day and the time that he took the pictures, and it has a report number on there. The report number, it says, is report number 1808 0900 606 45 hyphen 001, and it says the detective's name is Eric Rodriguez, and he took the pictures on August 9th, 2018 at 4:55 and 21 seconds p.m. And it says, the narrative says, responding to JMH reference photographs. JMH is Jackson Memorial Hospital, where they brought me to, and the reference photographs are the photographs that he took of the injuries on my body. And like I said, they gave me this one.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, so Omar, I do believe I have enough information here to get it documented. And like I said, if someone needs to contact you for any additional information or to ask any more questions, they will with the phone number you provided in the beginning of this call. But also, like I mentioned, I would suggest continuing to try to get in contact with Catherine Lundell, since she is who was assisting you within the State Attorney General's office.
Okay.
But I have enough information here to get this documented.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I figured that's all the information anybody would need. Also, the internal affairs. I noticed that the major of the internal affairs, his name is it's the same as Leslie or Diaz. They have the same last name. Hold on, I wrote this down. His name, the internal affairs major, his name is Antonio Diaz, badge number 1441. And like I said, the internal affairs detective who took the pictures of the injuries on my body, his name is Eric Rodriguez, badge number 41524. And the PRI officer, his name is Leslie or Diaz.
Yes. Okay. So I got that information documented, and I will, I will get it documented, and like I said, if someone needs to contact you, they will. Thank you for calling the FBI today, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Okay, and what's your name, ma'am?
So I can provide you with my ID number. It's 8035.
8035, and then what's the report number or the case number?
We don't provide with reference numbers or report numbers here. If you needed to call back with any additional information, you just need to provide your name, date of birth, and phone number again.
Okay. Could you, today is Thursday, March 14th, 2024, and the time now is 2:25 p.m., right?
Correct.
Okay, great. And then I am speaking with the FBI headquarters in Washington, D.C., right?
No, you're speaking to the National Threat Operations Center. We are not a field office.
Say that again?
You are speaking to the National Threat Operations Center. We are not a field office.
Okay, because I called the White House, because I've been reporting this situation because there's been a lot of problems ever since this happened, and people have been harassing me, and people have been purposely trying to make it very difficult for me to obtain monetary relief from this case. And the only way that they've been able to harass me to this extent is if they were the police, because they've been unethically hacking my phone. They've been purposely doing things.
Omar, I do understand your concerns, and like I said, I'm going to get this information documented, so you can just wait to see if someone were to contact you. You brought up hacking. That would have to be reported with the FBI Cyber Division at ic3.gov, and the rest of this information I will get documented.
Yeah,
so, again, thank you for calling to provide this information, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Okay, just really quickly though, the like I was saying, I reported. Oh my God! Please don't cover this up. Please, please, please help me. My God.
Hello, you have reached the state attorney's office. One moment, please.
Good afternoon, state attorney's office. How can I help you?
I need to speak with Catherine Rundell.
Okay, what is it in reference to?
An officer attempting to murder me because I told on him.
Okay, did you go to the Internal Affairs Department?
Yes, but they tried to cover it up.
Okay, let me transfer you to someone in the department that might be able to assist you.
Office, good afternoon.
I need to speak with Catherine Rundell.
How can I help you?
Is this Catherine Rundell?
No, she is the state attorney. This is one of the assistants in the unit. How can I help you?
I need to speak with her directly.
What is it you need, sir? Because the calls don't usually get patched through to her like that. That's why she has so many people underneath her that handle different situations depending on what the need is.
I understand. Yeah, I was just directed to speak with Catherine Rundell directly about the situation. It's about an officer attempting. It's about an officer attempting to murder me because I told on them.
I think I spoke to you just a few moments ago.
Yes. Yeah. Are you the same woman I was speaking with?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was just directed to speak with Catherine Rundell directly.
Well, they're going to send you back to me, sir, because they don't handle calls like that.
Yeah, it's a really serious case. I brought this to the attention of Catherine Rundell in person, and she assigned a detective to the case, and
I think I explained to you about the internal affairs investigations, internal affairs detectives that handle that, not necessarily our office.
Yeah, that's the thing. They tried to cover it up though, so
I know. I understand what you're saying, but you have a new person that you told me was assigned that's in that unit that is trying to assist you, is asking you to make some requests and provide them with additional information.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That information that they're claiming they need from me, which are pictures that were taken by an internal affairs detective.
I remember the conversation. We spoke for quite a while.
Yeah,
I remember.
Yeah, they already have.
But that's not something Ms. Rundu. Ms. Rundu doesn't handle that. That's why she has different people in the units to handle things like that.
Right. That's why I need to talk to her directly, because if I talk
She
to
doesn't
her,
handle that directly, though.
well,
She doesn't deal with that directly. She has chiefs in the units. She has personnel in the units that deal with concerns and complaints.
okay, yeah, because
Each unit has different people that's assigned to do that.
okay, yeah, because that's the thing. I've been trying to go through the chain of command, but it's been covered up every time.
Well, as I suggested, you speak to the new person that you spoke to already in internal affairs. Hold on a second. there a number I can have someone to call you back, sir?
Yes, of course. It's the same number I'm calling.
What's your name? I don't have that information.
My full name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fouad. My father, Mohsen Fouad, he retired from the Broward Sheriff's Office after 30 years of service. But my full name is Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fouad. First name Omar, regular spelling Oscar Mary Alpha Romeo, Omar. And then Mohsen.
Telephone number where you can reach?
772
772
538 8586 and
8586.
And my last name is spelled Foxtrot Oscar Uniform Alpha Delta Fouad. The report was filed with my full name, Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fouad. Do you need me to spell my full name?
All right. No, I don't need it. The attorney can call you. When they call you back, they can get that information if they need it. Okay? I'll just make sure I forward it to one of the attorneys to give you a call back.
Yes, please. It's really, really important.
Okay. All righty. I'll forward it to one of the attorneys.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. And what's your name?
My name is Tanya.
Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. Do you have a badge number?
You're welcome. No.
Do you have a extension?
All right, sir. You have no. You have a good day. I'll make sure they get your message. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Tanya.
You're welcome.
Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Press the pound. Internal Affairs is not available to take. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Please. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Internal Affairs is not available to Internal Affairs is not available to Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available to take your Internal Affairs is not available to Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Please leave a message. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Press the pound key. Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Internal Affairs is not available to Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Internal Affairs is not available to Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Please Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Please. Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Please. Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Internal Affairs is not available to. Internal Affairs is not available to. Internal Affairs is not available to. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Please leave a message. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available to take your call. Internal Affairs is not available to Internal Affairs is not available to take. Internal Affairs is not available. 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 Internal Affairs is not available to take your. Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available to take. Internal Affairs. Internal Affairs is not a. Internal Affairs is not available. Internal Affairs is not available to take. Internal Affairs is not available to take. Internal Affairs is not available to take. Internal Affairs is not available to take.
Time now is 3:14 p.m. Today is Thursday, March 14th, 2024. I called the Internal Affairs 60 times. They didn't answer the phone. I called Catherine Rundell's office, the attorney in the Miami-Dade County in Florida, at 2:27 p.m. for a duration of 12 minutes, and I spoke with her assistant. She identified herself as Tanya at phone number 305-547-0100. I called the FBI headquarters, as the White House told me to, at phone number 202-324-3000. I called the FBI number at 1:37 p.m. I was on the phone with operator 4 for a duration of 49 minutes, and she documented the complaint. I called the White House at 1:23 p.m. and I spoke with a representative at the White House for a duration of 14 minutes on phone number 202-456-1111. I called the state attorney's office at phone number 305-547-0664. No, that's the public corruptions office at 305-547-0664. I called the public corruptions office at 305-547-0664 at 12:24 p.m. and I reported the situation to them. The duration of the call was 40 minutes. I called Catherine Rendell's office, the state attorney for Miami-Dade County in Florida, at 12:08 p.m. The duration of the call was 7 minutes. I called them again at 12:15 p.m. The duration of the call was 9 minutes, and their phone number is 305-547-0100. Time now is 3:17 p.m. Today is Thursday, March 14th, 2024. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.